one of the things I tried to explain is that storytelling, let's say the patterns of storytelling just come from attention. You can understand the ancient myths or the myths that have come down to us, or the Bible stories or these ancient stories. The reason why we have them is because they grab people's attention, and then as they were transmitted, that attention was maintained. That is, that there's a capacity to pay attention. And so you can imagine how stories refine themselves with attention. That is, those stories that are able to keep our attention will survive the generations, and those that aren't will just kind of fade away. And then even the stories themselves will end up being refined, because as they kind of progress in time, some things become idiosyncrasies and you have to modify them so that the story can be remembered. So you end up having these really pure stories with time that just kind of happen on their own, almost through a process of natural selection, you could call it. But that you also have that in yourself, which is that the things that you remember, there's a reason why you remember them. They're not just for sentimental reasons. There's something about them which we're able to grab and keep your attention. And in that laboratory, in your brain or in your experience, to gather that together and to bring out stories without doing it too deliberately, And so let's say the hero's journey comes out without having to plan it, like where people say, oh, how does this fit with the hero's journey, let's say. But if you're an intuitive storyteller, then that pattern will just appear almost out of, it just makes sense, because it's the things that made you care about stories in the first place.